Hey there, everybody. I hope you are staying cool with this heat. It's pretty bad out there, so make sure you're staying hydrated, please. Um, I have three stories here for you, three very true stories that have happened over the course of 30 years. I chose these three stories to show just how little our criminal system and our court system have progressed in 30 years. The first one's not easy to talk about because the first one is mine. When I was 13 years old, I was raped. Now, when I was 13 years old, I was not exactly a pleasant child. I had run-ins with the law. I will not lie about who I was. I was a straight-out juvenile delinquent. And so I dealt with police officers quite consistently. Most of them I actually got along just fine with. They were respectful to me. I was respectful to them. There was one officer, though, in particular, that he made his disdain for me quite clear. He had lied about me in reports. It was very well known that I did not like him at all. And I wouldn't deal with him unless I absolutely had to. I would not deal with him in any way, shape, or form. I did not trust him. I did not like him. And I had good reason not to trust him. When I went to report my rape, out of all the officers in the Le County precinct that they could have sent, they sent him. I walked in the room. I took one look at him. I walked out. They expected a child, a young teen girl, to discuss such a traumatic, private, I don't want to use the word shameful, but that's how you feel, experience with an officer that she doesn't trust, that she knows doesn't like her, and that she knows probably doesn't care. The person who raped me was never charged because of this and went free. This was 30 years ago. To show how little they take a rape seriously, 30 years later, my friend's daughter was raped on December 23rd. She's 15 years old. The boy who raped her, 17 years old. His name, Jerome Brown. They were at a friend's house. They were intoxicated and under the influence. Their friend's mom was home and slept through the whole thing, knowing these kids were drinking and using. She fell asleep and woke up to him slamming her head. He slammed her head so hard that she was in and out of consciousness through this ordeal. Two friends had walked in on what was going on and turned around and walked out. They did not help her. They did not wake up the mother, the adult in the home. They just let it keep happening. She had bite marks, finger marks, bruises everywhere. And I've seen the photos. I'm not sharing the photos. Those are very private. Those are very personal. It's not something I'm going to share with you, but I have seen them, and it is disturbing. And she had a concussion. And then had to sit for 5 hours in the ER to get a rape kit done. 5 hours. A 15-year-old girl who had just went through such a traumatic experience. This boy's father sent him to live with his grandparents in Wisconsin. He still has not been charged for the attack, the assault, or the rape. He was supposed to be one of her best friends. Nothing has moved forward in this case. Nothing is being done. She was 15 years old. The next one just happened a few days ago to a dear friend of mine. Her ex-boyfriend set it up to have her raped by somebody else. She arrived at the Alina Hospital at approximately 7:40 p.m. She was taken to a room to see a SANE nurse. They specialize in rape kits and such. Approximately 40 minutes later, they are told that they're trying to reach one, but still haven't. 15 minutes after that, they're told that they can't see one until 4 a.m. This is at almost 9 p.m. Almost an hour after that, a male nurse comes in to tell them that they no longer have a contract with SANE and they don't do rape kits anymore. This is Alina. The Alina Hospital no longer does rape kits because of budget cuts. Are you freaking kidding me? You can't train your nurses and keep a few rape kits on hand for emergencies like this? That's crazy. This poor girl has already sat in the hospital several hours, traumatized, waiting to get some help. And now is told she needs to go to Regions, which is an hour away. Budget cuts. You can't tell me they can't afford to train their nurses in these kits and keep a few on hand. The Shakopee police were contacted at Regions. The assault was reported. She was given a case number and was told to contact the Shakopee police in the morning. It took 12 hours from when she arrived at Alina Hospital to when she was released from Regions to get examined, to have the rape kit done, and to get this assault reported. 12 hours. She has now been told that all the evidence has been sent to the BCA. The testing kit, her clothing that she wore during the assault, and that it could take 6 to 8 months, if not longer, to get the results. Her local PD did help her get her belongings back from her ex before informing him of the report or the investigation. But there still has been no arrest made. There still has been no charges. As far as I know, they still have not even found the man who actually assaulted her. And her ex, who set it all up, is still free on the streets. They don't take it seriously. They don't take women seriously. When is this going to stop? Why was he not arrested immediately? Why is it taking that long to get any type of help at all? To collect evidence that is degrading by the minute. It's not okay. We have to keep fighting. We have to keep pushing. We have to keep trying. I hope to see you all at the rally August 13th. Until then, take care, be safe, and I'll talk to you soon.